just a little walkthrough for part of the project where you have to make a database and a table and add data. Okay, actually I was just doing it. This piece of SQL here that actually inserts data into a table that I made called products. I actually generated that by right-clicking the table after it was made and saying script table as insert to, and put it in the new query editor window. So I will do a different demonstration for you. So here's how you make a database. Right-click databases up here and say new database. I'm going to call the database Bob. And we can leave the defaults. If you want to look at some of the options, you'll notice that it's in full recovery mode. Later in the project, I ask you to do backups, etc. File groups you don't care about. So make a database called Bob. And look, there's Bob down there now. So inside of Bob, if I want to create a new table, for example, so I can expand this, go to tables, right-click, say new table. And then this is the columns, right? So it's like you're creating the headers on a spreadsheet. So it could be item. These data types are a little bit dodgy. Character means strings, right? A, B, C, D, that kind of stuff. The number inside 20 says this can be a 20-character string, right? If you want to have another column called weight and it's a number, you can click in here and you can say it is a real number, which means it's a decimal number. If you want to do something like price, you can click over here, pick from this list. There's a money definition here, small money. So you can add all the columns that you want. Once you've got that in place, you can right-click it and say save. So that's how you get it to be created. Say save it. And we can call it whatever we want, Bob Table 1, for example. Go over here and take a look. We now have a thing called Bob Table 1. Now you want some data in that table. So if you right-click Bob Table 1, we're going to generate a script, SQL stuff, do it for us. Script table as, right, adding data to something is an insert to, and we want it to create the SQL script and put it in the editor window so we can modify it. There's other ways you can get data in here. If you wanted to look into how to, bulk copy it from a text file, you could try that if you want. But here's a quick and dirty one. And basically it's saying, okay, I'm going to insert into, right, that's the records, and inside here you basically have to make a list of each of the values, and those values have to, match in data type. So for example, since item was a string, we can say thing 1, the single quotes means string. Weight was a number, so we can say 2 for 2 kilograms, and price like $1.99. Then if we say go, 1 row affected. So it just added more stuff to it. If you want to add thing 2, and thing 2 weighs more, you can change that for 4. Thing 2 costs more. Thing 2 is $4.99. Run execute, right? And now it's added another row. If you want to double check to see what's in the table, remember we had this right click, select top 1,000 rows. Okay, and there's the data we added. Okay, so that's how you can create the database, the table, and add things into it. And now I'm trying to figure out how to stop my video because this thing is full screen, hogging everything. There it is.